Maybe you've seen a video where somebody was doing something crazy on a bike, like this, or this, or this, or maybe even this. Maybe you saw a video on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube and you wondered what the heck that was, or if it was something you could even do. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can. My name is Tim and I'm a trials rider. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sport of bike trials because it's a fairly niche sport. Hopefully after today's video you'll have a better understanding of what trials is. Or maybe you are a trials rider and you've tried to explain it to people and they just couldn't seem to understand what you were saying. Well, share this video with them and hopefully that'll help. This video will be the first in a series of videos to explain a number of different things about bike trials based on a number of questions that I typically tend to get. So hopefully this will help you understand a little bit more about the sport. If you like this video and the series, please share. I'd love to be able to spread the word as far and wide as possible. Also, before I forget, don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's find a little bit more about trials. When I've tried to explain what bike trials is to somebody who's not a trials rider, they don't seem to have an accurate mental picture of what I'm trying to explain. I'd actually never heard of bike trials until I saw Danny MacAskill's Imaginate video. A little clip of that is shown here. When I saw this, it blew me away, but I didn't even know what to call it or how to get started. The essence of bike trials is extreme bike control. Often it's performed on specialized bikes, which I'll have a separate video to explain that, but it doesn't have to be. You can do trials on any kind of bike. I've seen trials done on mountain bikes and even street bikes. It's pretty crazy. Trials is often described as parkour on bikes, and if you've seen anyone doing trials, you'd see that makes perfect sense. It's a pretty good explanation. Trials is often characterized by hopping onto, off of, or between obstacles that are normally not rideable on a bicycle. It can also include things like hopping on one wheel, front or rear, and riding on extremely narrow obstacles. Before I get too far, I just wanted to explain that there's generally two types of trials. There's competition or pure trials and street trials, and both have different types of bike geometry. Again, I'll have a separate video that explains a little bit more about that. Competition style riding can either be just for fun or it can be part of a competition series. It can even be done at the professional level. In very simple terms, the way competitions work is riders go through a preset course and they have a certain time limit, usually 2 minutes, and they have to get as far as they can without putting a foot down. That's the real basics. In a competition, riders earn points by riding through predetermined checkpoints without crashing or putting a foot down. Essentially, you can't let anything other than the rubber of your tire touch anything. Trials, whether it's competition riding or just for fun, is basically like solving a puzzle in 3D physically with you and your bicycle. Except at the highest levels, like the UCI World Championships, trials competitions are generally broken down into different rider skill levels, anywhere from beginner all the way up to elite. Some of the most well-known competition riders include Charlie Rolls, Jack Carthy, Vera Barone, and Nina Reichenbach. If you want to learn more about how trials competitions work, click the link up here. Street trials is just like it sounds. It's about riding a bike on typically man-made objects around cities and different areas like that. It involves pure trial skills along with other streety skills like you might see in BMX. Whereas competition riding, it doesn't really matter how you look as long as you get through the gates cleanly. With street trials riding, you're also trying to add style and flair to your riding. So that means things like minimize the number of correction hops and riding really smoothly to make it really flow. Some of the most well-known street trials riders include Clarkson and Danny MacAskill. Regardless of what style trials riding you do, the whole point is to challenge yourself. It could be doing well in a competition, it could be trying a new line or learning a new trick, but the whole point is to challenge yourself, to push yourself, to do something hard, and to pull it off. Hopefully this video gave you a good introduction to what bike trials is. Please subscribe, and that way you'll get all the videos in the series. If you know somebody else who might be interested, please share this link with them. If you have any additional questions, please drop a comment. We'll get back to you. If you're interested in learning more about trials, follow the link in the description to my website. There's lots of good information there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Nice.